Hey, welcome back. This is Benji again here from Bonaire with the third installment of the grand unified theory of fretboard organization. It's a pretty big word, but I know, but something will be explained in the future. But I found it necessary to go to the Pentatonics, like as an intermediate step, to get people the idea of how to use that, the way of looking at the fretboard for pentatonic scales. What's a pentatonic scale? It's a 5-note scale. It has it's closely related to a diatonic major scale, but it has the 4th and the 7th scale grade are removed. So there's no possibility for dissonance, because that's what the semitones usually causes is dissonance, or have the potential for that, tensions and stuff like that. So it's a pretty mellow, simple, naive sounding scale, but in order to make it, if you just use it plain, it's like stuff like that. It's really kind of cliched and not very exciting. I use it in blues and rock and whatever and add some other stuff. Doesn't matter. That's not what this is all about. This is about my looking at different ranges of root notes in a diamond shape and a triangle shape up here. We stick with A, and we're going to have some fretboard diagrams appear over my left shoulder here in just a little bit. And the way you look at those is you actually look at the as if you were looking at your own guitar, right? So that's the idea. Right? It doesn't reflect exactly what I play here, kind of in a rotated, mirrored, maybe, I don't know, way, but if you look at it like as you were looking at your own guitar while you're playing, then that's what you're going to see. Okay, so basically my concept really is of thinking like this is to have what I call like signature pattern of a signature for all of these scales. So something that is unique, like a landmark kind of a thing, in order to a positioning of the fingers, landmark fingering, whatever you want to call it. And for a major pentatonic scale, that is this. And I started with a root note here on A, and use the 2nd, 4th finger, and then the 1st and the 4th finger. Right? So I call it 2-4-1-4. Right? So basically, here we go. That's the first pentatonic major scale from the root note here, and it plays like this. Right? It's of course not a complete major scale, but it's the start of the major scale, which I kind of suppose I kind of assume you know them, just in order to give a different perspective. The complete scale, of course, would go like, right? But right now it's just that starting point from the root note. Right? So we go to the next root note, which is here, and play the same thing. Back to the first. It's the same thing. Right? If we go up, just to keep it really straightforward for you to see that it's really the same thing copied all over the fretboard. Another A here is in the 12th fret, so it plays the same here. And the octave is here, right? So it plays. Right? And then we have this tuning of the guitar, which makes it a little bit of an issue here, because between the G and the B string there is only a major third, not a 4th, right? So that plays different on the other available root notes, like here. Right. Or it plays different here. It's really the same thing, right? But here we go. Right, so here we have the root note here. Right, and here we have him here. Right, so that's the first signature fingering for a pentatonic major scale. Then there is another one, and I call this the middle position, or the middle fingering, because it's the root note is here, and all the fingers are kind of sort of around it, you know, from the rest of the scale. Then there's a hanging version where I start with this, the root note, not with the first or the second finger, like here with the first finger, for example, but not with the first or the second finger, but with the fourth finger. So I switch down one pentatonic position, and then that signature way of playing becomes, it's exactly the same as, right, but it's in a different position. So this goes, here it looks different. Or it goes, here there's more issues with the different tuning. So here we go. Right, so that's basically that. So I can now, and that's a good thing to be able to play the same thing in both of these fingerings, like this. And here. Right, so that's kind of neat. Or to go play the exact same thing in 4 different, you know, groups of strings. Okay, that's major. Right, and that was minor, and minor has another set of signature thing, and we all know it, like A minor pentatonic, right? So it's 1, 4, 1, 3. And that minor pentatonic scale is the same as a normal minor scale, but it has the second and the sixth scale degree removed, so there's no none of that as well, right? So it's just plain, you know, it's a first, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, and the root note. We shift the same thing through that octave, through those octaves. Go. Same again on the upper octave here. That's the middle thing, because it's all like around here. This is what I call the hanging part, because it's hanging off of that root note, right? All the fingers are lower on the neck than the root note is. This is pretty much around, you know, around the, and then there's going to be a standing as well, what I call standing, or like an upper thing for every root note. Good. That minor pentatonic scale has another fingering as well, and that's a pretty like a classic one as well. It goes like, and it's a little different. It doesn't reach the fifth, no, but it comes with the seventh. That's kind of. Right? No. Anyway, here. Oh, yeah. Right, so same thing. Try to play these two things in the same way. That doesn't make sense. You know, so that's of course the whole pentatonic. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Right, so that's the thing, and you put them and you find the root notes with the with that the way that I've outlined in the first and second part of this. So I hope that made some sense, and just try to experiment with that. You know, you can actually play the neat thing about the guitar. While this is really nice to have that, it gives a total different sound to where you play things in the neck. So this is a totally different, especially with a distorted like sound. It's really pretty obvious. Same thing here, really. Okay, so enjoy, and see you for the fourth part, which we'll start mixing up minor and major pentatonics. Stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.